No lessons were learnt after the case of Nirbhaya. If you look at what has happened today, you will only come to one conclusion, that all that happened after Nirbhaya was big talk from our establishment. On the ground, nothing has changed. Firstly, the perverts, the rapists, the pedophiles and the brutes are as unafraid today as this case is proven off the law as they were 6 months back, as they were before all of us expressed our collective anger, before a law was drafted and before a law was passed. That is why a 5-year-old has been brutalized in a manner that even the doctors find hard to describe. She is lying as of now at AIIMS, the top Delhi hospital. The rapist tried to slit her throat, mutilated her private parts. When she was found, she was soaked in her own blood. Tonight, even after this, will we not have the mandatory death penalty for all rapists? Why are we so weak when it comes to being tough? How many more incidents like this will happen before we say, no, there must be death penalty for all rapists? It seems even this case does not shake us up. Secondly, the police have not changed at all. A few months back, shamed, embarrassed at their incompetence being exposed, they tried to clamp down on citizens. They tried to be tough with protesters, with citizens. Look at those pictures now. Tonight, some policemen showed that they are not only utterly useless in implementing the law, but they are also professional cowards. Cowards who slap women when questioned. Cowards who assault women who ask them why they are so consistently useless. Tonight, I ask these policemen's bosses and their bosses' bosses, who do they serve? Why did they not file an FIR when the girl went missing? When the family could not locate the girl, why couldn't they? Why did they try to bribe the girl's father? Why did they try to bribe the girl's father 2,000 rupees to keep him quiet? Whose side are they on, the victim or the rapist? When asked what they were doing to find the rapist, why did they say the parents should be grateful that the girl is alive? What attitude is that? And now, when facing questions, why did they slap these women? What is wrong with the police in this country? I present to you, Newshour viewers, 2 pictures tonight for your judgment. One is that of the old woman who was thrashed yesterday while questioning the rape and murder of a 6-year-old whose body was found in a garbage dump, brutalized in Aligarh. That's yesterday's picture. And then the picture of the young woman being slapped by a male police officer to teach her a lesson. And I'm asking tonight, is this the price of democracy for the Aam Aadmi? Is this country safe only and only for the VVIPs? I'd like to hear from you. This is a Newshour special edition. No fear of the law. Nothing has changed. The police is as useless as they were before. And Shweta Parulekar of the Shiv Sena with me in the studio. Mahesh Jethmalani of the BJP senior advocate with us. Ranjana Kumari, Center for Social Research. Usha Uttup is well-known singer and citizen of Kolkata. Harish Bijur from Bangalore. Sudha Sundaram of the AIDWA from Delhi. Neena Nayak of the NCPCR. Shivam Vij and Rahul Mehra of the Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you very much. It's a big panel. We have a lot of time. And we need to look at this entire issue in a great amount of detail. There is a lot of outrage as of this moment, but some people would feel, Ranjana Kumari, that this outrage will evaporate. And people are disturbed because the police has proven to be as useless and as insensitive as it was 6 months back.
Absolutely, Arnav. There is no learning whatsoever. Not only that they, as we also heard, that FIR was not lodged. Just recently we passed the law under Section 166A. These people should be charged. FIR should be lodged against the police officer. The police officer who has slapped the protester. How, ironical it can get that the women who are protesting against a girl child rape, and that is to by a real brutal predator, and these are the women who are getting slapped by the police for protesting. Police does not do its duty. State is totally failing in Delhi. Only one answer we get from the Chief Minister of Delhi and the political parties of Delhi and political class of Delhi that it is the responsibility of the government, and then of course the government says that it is the responsibility of the police. We do not know if any of them would accept that if they are not protected by the police, what will they do?
Why does the
perfection? But the armed aurat beti cannot get protection. What kind of a system are we living in? If their protection fails, then they will certainly go to the central government and ask for the protection. Why can't in this case be some kind of a proper statement comes from anybody? They all start running here and there, no lesson.
I think the Prime Minister is asking for action here against those police officers. I mean, I don't want to be subtle about it. I think the police commissioner, I think the police commissioner of Delhi should be sacked, because he should have unilaterally suo moto by now taken action against the police officer who slapped the police woman. That the Prime Minister of India should have to tell the police commissioner, please do your duty. The police commissioner of Delhi should be sacked. Enough of this kind of incompetent police. Let me get a view in from Neena Nayak. Neena Nayak, you saw those visuals there. People are shocked about it. I'm also shocked, however, at why these incidents keep happening again and again.
See, Arnab, this whole incident, it's appalling. I can really, my heart bleeds for that family. But this whole issue is a systemic issue. You're looking at that one constable. He had to be sensitized. The new act has come at all levels. We need to have a larger number of a police force. This is a unique,
sensitized to what?
Assault is not anything. This is very unique, vulnerable.
So sensitized to what?
They have to be sensitized to this kind of sexual violence that is happening in society, increasing numbers.
No,
the time when these
why was sensitizing not done, Miss Nayak?
Recruited based on
Miss Nayak,
that is what is necessary.
What was happening for the last 6 months?
Mandates that. Exactly, we have been time and again writing to all levels, talking, visiting states, telling them. So I think they just have to be enforced. You have to have a larger
No, but it is not enforced. You see, it's not enforced. You see, it's not enforced. I just want to get Usha Uttup in. It's not about enforcing. It's about caring that this child is from a poor family, and I want to place it on record today that the only people who are out there protesting are the Aam Aadmi Party. People even now are looking at this through political lines. This girl who is fighting for her life, Usha Uttup, belongs to an extremely poor family. That's the fact. That's an extremely poor family, and that's why there is this feeling you can do what you want.
I just feel so terrible about this, and I really talk for the, as you said, Aam Aadmi, an Aam woman. I mean, for every mother, for every grandmother like myself who has a granddaughter, and for all the people who have children, what difference does it make whether you have, you're from this strata or this strata? I mean, it's just unbelievable. And when you keep saying nothing has changed, I think lots has changed, only for the worse. Only for the worse. And I feel so terrible to think that I also belong to the police family and see where we are at. What is happening? I mean, I'm so sad. Besides talking, is there nothing else that we can do?
Of course there is.
Isn't there any action that's so helpless?
Of course there is. Of course there is. What we can do is put a fear of the law. No, put a fear of the law, Usha Uttup. We can put a fear of the law.
Stringent law, death penalty.
Death penalty, that's the point. Revive the debate on the death penalty. Let's not be soft now anymore.
That is it.
Clearly,
absolutely in public.
You support it. Shweta Parulekar of the Shiv Sena, you support it now?
I support this. There has to be a very stringent change in the law, and death penalty is the only answer, because only by that I think some change will be brought about.
So you think death penalty for all rapists?
Absolutely.
This whole definition that is going on right now, the death penalty only for repeat offenders.
When such a barbaric act happens, whether he is a repeater or not, it doesn't matter. He has done such a hideous act,
Well, the fact is that there are such people, Mahesh Jetmalani, in every country. in every country. India is not a country which uniquely germinates sexual predators. Sexual predators and perverts are there in every country, including ours. But in our country, for some reason, they have no fear. Isn't that the issue, Mr. Jethmalani?
Well, I have to say that large swathes of our population, even today, have a completely, not merely feudal and patriarchal, but almost a contemptuous attitude for women. And that's manifested in the attitude of the police, most recently in the example of the police officer who tells the family that, to spare your girl child some public shame and take 2,000 rupees and close the case.
Yeah.
I think it's as much, it's not just institutional change we need, Arnav, we also need attitudinal change. Because we have, we pride ourselves on being the most ancient civilization in the world, but I think our value system needs serious examination. There's a lot to be done. We have to empower women. I think the time has come when women have to take this into their own hands, because they're really not getting much
Mr. Jethmalani,
momentum from male rulers. So I think this one-third rule in Parliament, or one-third representation for women in Parliament. If you look at even our cabinet, our judiciary,
what changes?
They are completely underrepresented. Women are underrepresented.
What changes?
All the time they have to petition men.
No, my point is, please, today in Indian politics, I would say all the powerful people in Indian politics, more than 50% of them, Sonia Gandhi, Jayalalitha, Mamata Banerjee, Mayawati, Sushma Swaraj, there is no dearth of women who have tremendous political influence. But yet, if the Prime Minister of India has to put out a press release and say, please take some action against this horrible police officer. Why does the Prime Minister of the country, why does the Prime Minister of the country have to say, take action against why does Akhilesh Yadav not care about the fact that in his state, let's show the pictures of Aligarh, an old woman is hit for protesting against a rape. Where is Sheila Dikshit today? No, where is Sheila Dikshit today? Where is the Delhi Police Commissioner? Where was he hiding all this while? Why don't they do a joint press conference? There are questions here which come to mind. Shivam, which can I draw you in on this? Why does this happen again and again?
Please. Arnab, if you remember, after the 16 December case, there were demands to sack the Delhi Police Commissioner or ask him to resign. And he said nothing will be solved if he resigns. Now again we see it is the police which is responsible. The entire thing about death penalty is that you can give death penalty only if there's an FIR. And if there's an FIR and you can do in 5 years in jail, that would be deterrent enough. But when the police is not even going to file an FIR, we have a serious problem here that we can't even trust the police to help us. So I think the number one thing that needed right now is the resignation of Delhi Police Commissioner.
Absolutely.
But also we need to ask why was the police not willing to file an FIR? Were they bribed by the rapist, or was there political pressure on the police to sort of hush up this case,
no, it's hush up,
to prevent the government from further flack?
Absolutely.
Now I think the latter is more likely. In which case it is the government and the police that is the problem. We need police reforms to insulate the police from political pressure. We need
there's no political pressure.
A Lokpal kind of system to check police corruption. I think these actions are far more important than death penalty.
There is no political pressure, and I don't want to use high-sounding words like police reform. The fact of the matter is very simple. I don't know why nobody is seeing it. Here is a very poor child from a very poor family. Here's a very poor.
Police reforms is to insulate the police from politicians.
No, where is
it is very likely that the police was told to hush up this
politicians.
Case, lest they be flacking against the government. Let Arnab Goswami do a show on this.
Politicians, though, less said the better. They are reacting because the media is making it issue. Next minute, they'll now be saying, please don't put so much focus on this issue. Let's talk about some other more pleasant issues. The fact of the matter is this, and I want to come to Rahul Mehra, that why does a policeman tell the father of a child, be happy your daughter is back, here is 2,000 rupees, just keep shut? Because he doesn't want a rape incident against his track record. In his police files, he does not want a rape, he wants to hush it up.